I just read that mysteriously the Baldwin estate had sent you his version if he were to adapt his film to screen. And I just reading that, it felt sort of like then it must have been destined to be. I was wondering if, anything if you learned who it was that sent it, how that came about, what you felt when it happened.
I know exactly who it was. It was his sister who sent it to me, and it was a very sweet, almost like a hand on the back, to go like, you got this, because it was before I left to New York to make the film, but it was after I'd finished the script, and so it was the loveliest thing about it for me was just touching something that James Baldwin had touched, but also just seeing his notes of how he was going to approach the adaptation and realizing, even though I'd already written the script, that I was working in the same mode. So it was a really awesome thing to receive.
Did you make any changes accordingly or draw further inspiration from his notes?
No, for me the book is the book and the film is the film, and I think the best thing I can do for my crew and my actors is really be specific about my voice. And so as much as I was really happy to find the confirmation in what Mr. Baldwin wanted to do, I still felt like I was on my path, and I had to see through the mission that I had set for myself.
And what was it about this story specifically that you wanted to tell? And was there any correlation between this and Moonlight at the time, since you were working on both together? How was it balancing both projects?
Yeah, the only correlation was this idea of a depiction of black families, and I think Moonlight is one depiction of a certain kind of black family, the family I grew up in. Beale Street is a very different kind of black family, but I think they're getting at the same thing in a certain way. And I didn't realize at the time that there was a correlation between them, but I will say looking back, that was the correlation. I'd read a lot of Baldwin, but I hadn't read this. And Baldwin, he writes fiction and nonfiction, and I felt like this book of all the books was like the fusion of the fiction and the nonfictive voice. He writes these very somewhat angry essays, and this one I felt like paired the essayistic Baldwin, the protest novel Baldwin, with the very lush, sensual, romantic Baldwin. And for me, with the kind of stories I tell, it was just like an amazing opportunity.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.